like just being there for each other and like helping each other through scary times and like anxiety and you know.
Ariana Grande reveals the truth about Mac Miller in new song. Ariana Grande's third album in 2 years searches for peace, tracing the quiet work of piecing yourself together and delighting in giddy new romance at the same time. The 27-year-old's sixth album, Positions, is an upbeat affair and sees her celebrating her new relationship with estate agent Dalton Gomez. But when the album Positions was dropped, fans were quick to find references to her past loves as well. And Ariana Grande reveals the truth about Mac Miller in the new song. So what are we waiting for? Let's see what's on the plate right now. Ariana Grande and Mac Miller. Ariana and Mac Miller's relationship lasted for 2 years, and they even have released a string of collaborations together. The two finally debuted their romance at the 2016 VMA. The couple split in May 2018 after 2 years together. A few weeks after Ariana confirmed they had split up, Mac was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence, and an angry fan blamed Ariana for his reckless behavior on Twitter. They wrote, Mac Miller totaling his G-Wagon and getting a DUI after Ariana Grande dumped him for another dude after he poured his heart out on a 10-song album to call her the divine feminine is just the most heartbreaking thing happening in Hollywood. However, Ari hit back and spilled some serious tea about their relationship, and she wrote, how absurd that you minimize female self-respect and self-worth by saying someone should stay in a toxic relationship because he wrote an album about them, which BTW isn't the case, just Cinderella is about me. I'm not a babysitter or a mother, and no woman should feel that they need to be. I've cared for him and tried to support his sobriety and prayed for his balance for years, and always will, of course. But shaming and blaming women for a man's inability to keep his together is a very major problem. Let's please stop doing that. Of course, I didn't share about how hard or scary it was while it was happening, but it was. I will continue to pray from the bottom of my heart that he figures it all out and that any other woman in this position does as well. She later opened up to Vogue in 2019 and said, by no means was what we had perfect. He was the best person ever, and he didn't deserve the demons he had. I was the glue for such a long time, and I found myself becoming less and less sticky. The pieces just started to float away. Thank you, next. Well, before we discuss the latest album of Grande, why don't we go back to the time when Thank You Next was the main subject of rumors? There was so much to unpack from that album. Of course, everyone was and still is impressed with her vocals. But aside from that, the fascination with her personal life seems to be at an all-time high. She's actually been vocal about channeling her feelings into music. So why don't we discuss the lyrics from 2019's album, Imagine. You remember the song Imagine from Thank You Next album, right? Well, before we get into the lyrics, we gotta say that even the name of the song may not be a coincidence. Because as it's known, Miller has a tattoo on his arm that says Imagine. And on that song, Grande sings, I never thought that it would be you. In Miller's 2016 song Cinderella, Miller mentioned Grande's surprising interest in him, and this could be a reference to that. He rapped, you used to tell me I ain't your type. Thank you, next. Wish I could say thank you to Malcolm, cause he was an angel. This line from the single Thank You Next is obviously about the rapper. Miller's given name was Malcolm McCormick. The word angel is most likely a reference to his passing at such a young age. In that song, she mentions Sean, Pete, Ricky, and Malcolm by name. One taught me love, one taught me patience, and one taught me pain, the lyrics read. Since Big Sean was Grande's first boyfriend on that list, it makes sense that he could have taught her love. Considering Miller's tragic death, it's entirely possible that's the pain she's referring to with this lyric. And as for Davidson, the patience part could apply to him. As their relationship moved at a rapid pace, he could have taught her patience. Positions. So now it is even clearer that Grande leaves hidden messages in her songs and videos, and her latest album is no exception. Some fans are convinced they spotted what seems to be a subtle tribute to Mac Miller. The noise about that topic started with this TikTok video. Just a regular TikTok user at Marley Bell noted that if you listen closely during the title track, you can hear cricket sound effects right after Grande sings the word heaven. But Marley says in the video, that's not the only time crickets are featured on the album. We hear them one other time in a very specific place. Sure enough, if you turn on Just Like Magic, you'll hear the crickets again just as Ari finishes up the line, take my pen and write some love letters to heaven. As Marley points out, the crickets might have a special significance, especially when you consider the fact that Mac Miller has a song called Crickets, which was posthumously released earlier in the year. And that's not the only subtle tribute fans have found on the album. At Marley Bell explains her theory further, saying that while the crickets could just be a coincidence, She thinks Grande considers Miller her guardian angel and is thanking him for keeping a loving eye on her. In another video, Marley refers followers to TikTok user @SarahAquarium, who noticed a similar chord progression between Ari's Obvious and Mac Miller's Come Back to Earth. Another subtle nod is said to be found in The Weeknd's lyrics on Off the Table, where he sings about never matching up to Ari's number 1. He says on the track, "I'll wait for you, even though it always feels like I'll be number 2. To someone you can't hold anymore, if you let me in, I'm ready to give you what I couldn't before. 'Cause I got you, girl. Let me help you get through it." One of the more on-the-nose references to Mac comes in the track Nasty, which samples their joint song The Way. The loved-up video and song is emblematic of the pair's relationship for many of Ariana's followers, and it's a heartfelt ode to her bae. Although the pair were not together romantically when Mac died, Ari has always held their relationship in high regard, and sampling their collaboration appears to honor that. Other smaller references fans have noticed is the lyric, "I know you're probably thinking, what's the use?" in Love Language, which people have spotted could relate to Mac's song What's the Use, as well as the earrings she wears in the album cover being similar to the album artwork for Mac's The Divine Feminine, which was dedicated to Ari.
You know, like I was in love with somebody. We were together for 2 years. We worked through good times, bad times, stress, and everything else. And then it came to an end, and we both moved on.
She was the one for him. Grande and Miller started off as great friends, as they worked together on their music, but Miller allegedly knew Ariana was the one he wanted to be with. According to the Position singer, both of their family members knew they were meant to be together even before they did. She tells Cosmopolitan, "Our families have known the entire time. He saw a magazine cover of mine 4 or 5 Thanksgivings ago and told his mom, she's the one. How cute is that? That was before we were even talking." While Miller knew Grande was the one for him immediately, she wasn't so sure. "We have loved and adored and respected each other since the beginning. Since before we even met, just because we were fans of each other's talent," she explained. "We weren't ready at all, though, to be together. It's just timing. We both needed to experience some things, but the love has been there the whole time." After Miller's death, Grande was devastated. She talked a lot about the special memories she had with him. She also ultimately decided her relationship with Davidson wasn't right for her either. Now she's with Dalton Gomez, and the two are engaged after less than a year of dating. On December 20th, Ariana Grande posted a picture on Instagram that shocked millions of fans across the globe. With one simple caption and a series of heartwarming pictures, Ariana Grande shows off her new engagement ring and fiancé. With the caption "Forever and Then Some," the Grammy Award-winning artist confirmed her fairytale romance with her fiancé, Dalton Gomez. Soon enough, even the singer's mother congratulated the couple on Twitter, saying she was excited to welcome Gomez to the family. Anyways, we wish Ari happiness and love for the rest of her life. What do you think about Ariana singing about her ex-boyfriend? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from us. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.